I want to be very clear about something before I tell you this story. I am not a superstitious person. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in demons. I don't knock on wood. I don't throw salt over my shoulder. And I've walked under more ladders than I can count. But I have not driven down Ridgeline Road since October 14th, 2019. And I never will again. It was the kind of night where the fog doesn't roll in. It just appears. Like it was always there. And the dark just finally let you see it. I was driving back from my sister's place. 2-lane highway, no streetlights, nothing for miles in any direction except pine trees and the occasional mailbox. My GPS rerouted me. Said there was an accident up ahead. No problem. I'd taken the back roads before. I knew the area. At least I thought I did. Ridgeline Road wasn't on any map I'd ever seen. But there it was, paved, clear, a white sign with reflective letters catching my headlights. I turned. The first thing I noticed was the quiet. I had the windows cracked and I'd been listening to crickets and wind the whole drive. The second I turned onto Ridgeline, everything stopped. No wind, no insects, nothing. I told myself the tree line was just blocking the sound. I kept driving. The house appeared around a bend. Old farmhouse, 2 stories, completely dark except for one window on the upper floor. A single candle, just flickering there in the black. I don't know why I slowed down. There was no reason to. People live in old farmhouses on back roads all the time. It meant nothing. But then I saw the person in the window. They were just standing there, completely still, facing the glass. And even from the road, even in the dark, I could tell they were looking directly at me. I hit the gas. I don't know why. I just needed to be away from that house, from that window, from whatever was standing in it looking out at the road like it had been waiting for someone to drive past. My phone died 2 minutes later. Screen just went black. Full battery, just gone. And then the road ended. Not a dead end, not a cul-de-sac. The pavement just stopped. Like whoever built this road lost interest and walked away. I was surrounded by a tree line on 3 sides, and there was nowhere to go except back the way I came. I turned the car around. I had to drive back past the house. The candle was still in the window, but the person was gone. I exhaled. I laughed at myself a little. Creepy farmhouse, so what? I was 30 seconds from the main road. I just needed to get through that bend. I don't know what made me look in my rearview mirror, but I did. And standing in the road behind me, maybe 20 feet back, was a figure. Tall, completely still, just standing in my red taillights, watching me drive away. I don't remember the next part clearly. I remember the sound of my engine. I remember gravel under my tires. I remember the white sign flashing past, Ridgeline Road. And then I was on the main highway and the fog was gone and the crickets were back and I was shaking so hard. I had to pull over. My phone turned back on the second I hit the highway. The GPS showed no reroute, no accident, no reason I should have ever turned onto that road. I searched for Ridgeline Road for 3 years after that night. I've used every map service, every county property record, every local forum I could find. It doesn't exist. No road by that name in the entire county. No farmhouse, no property records, no candle. But I know what I saw. And sometimes, on nights when the fog is thick and I'm driving somewhere alone, I think about that figure standing in the road behind me. And I wonder if it's still there, waiting for the next car to turn. If you've ever been somewhere that shouldn't exist, somewhere you can't find again, somewhere that felt wrong in a way you still can't explain, I want to hear about it. drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And I might tell your story next.